right, here's chapter 4. Because to noob. His words didn't help, and the barrage still continued to be hot and noisy. The cell phone next to his hand lit up, and a WeChat notification for a message popped up. Lu Zhuhe. Damn it, bro, that XKTV Laoshu is definitely using an aimbot. Lu Zhuhe was one of Yuyan's rare real-life friends. As a true internet-addicted youngster, Yuyan had way more online friends than real-life friends. He could talk more freely across the computer screen, but in private contact with people, he always seemed a little introverted. Added on to the fact that he had dropped out of school early, he had even less chances of coming into contact with people in real life. Lu Zhuhe, he met because oh my gosh, okay. Oh my god, I was clicking a lot of things. Oops. Lu Zhuhe, he met because he used to work in an internet cafe, and Lu Zhuhe was the cafe owner's son. At that time, PUBG hadn't been released, so they played another shooting game together. Lu Zhuhe saw that he was very skillful, so he pestered him continuously to queue and climb up the ranks together. As they kept playing, the two of them became good friends. Sometimes he queued with Lu Zhuhe to play, so he didn't hide anything about his livestream business from him. He let go of his mouse and sighed. Just a moment, everyone. I'll take a break for 2 minutes, and then I'll continue to queue after drinking some water. He had practiced for several hours before the start of the stream, and now he felt really tired. After that, he picked up his cell phone and replied, I know. Lu Zhuhe, you know, and you don't riddle him with bullets? Yuyan, worried about someone trying to move me to the beat of their music. Although he didn't watch live streams often, it wasn't like he had never seen any. There were a large number of anchors now, and from time to time, anchors would meet in-game. Previously, there had been a host who had reported another host for using a bot, and was then chased by the other host fans until they DDoSed his stream. This issue even made it to Weibo's hot topics. Weibo's like Twitter, I think. Although he was just a small anchor and didn't have that much influence, it was better to avoid trouble. Lu Zhuhe. Lu Zhuhe. Bro, if you're scared, I have to look down on you. Yuyan. Oh, are we playing? Lu Zhuhe. Playing daddy, but I'm outside right now. Can we do it tomorrow? I'll be yours all day tomorrow. Yuyan. Okay. Lu Zhuhe. By the way, you can also ask for gifts. Gifts can increase points and upgrades. Star TV had up to 30 levels for anchors. The higher the anchor level, the more anchor functions that could be unlocked. For example, reaching level 3 meant viewer lotteries could be carried out. Level 15 meant the number of room moderators increased, and the level 30 meant an anchor could apply for the big recommended position on the livestream platform's homepage. Lu Zhuhe always liked to watch live streams, so his understanding of these aspects was much more than that of a new anchor. After replying okay, Yuyan looked at the follower count, which was displayed next to his profile picture. There were actually 800 followers. His livestream's viewer count was only 1,600 the last time he had looked at it, so this meant half of them were actually willing to follow him. Thank you everyone who followed me. At present, my live streaming time is from 11:30 a.m. to after 11:30 p.m. Of course, we will have to take a break during meal times, he said while reading the barrage. It's very competitive. It's okay, Ba. I'm new. I have to work harder. If you think that I play pretty well, you can send me some free gifts. When I get to level 3, I can play with some stream viewers. The viewers got 10 daily free gifts for signing into the platform. Although the amount of points from the free gifts weren't as much as that of the paid gifts, they were still very useful in the early stages. As soon as he said that, a lot of free gifts appeared. I really want to play games with the anchor, saving up 10 little flames. Don't dally around, quickly play the game. The little Gigi just applied to be your friend. Quickly click accept. Yuyan changed windows and saw that number two's account really had sent him a friend request. He hesitated, fearing that the slagman Chen Ran was back to curse him out. In the end, he still clicked on it and accepted the friend request. The other party immediately sent across a team request. The white-skinned man stood in the game interface, and the voice of the little Jiji sounded again. Number 1, let's add each other as friends to play together next time. I can play pretty well. I was just so enraged by that fool this time. Yuyan laughed. All right, what's your ID? FOCO Pink. FOCO Pink? Okay, sure. After adding each other as friends, the little Jiji hurriedly said goodbye and left. But by now, there was a big group of people in the barrage begging Yuyan to add them as friends as well. Yuyan picked out a few nice IDs and added them. Soon, he received invitations to play, but he refused all of them and started a squad match on his own. It's a little late now, so I'll play 2 more matches before signing off. I'll be back at 11:30 precisely tomorrow morning. So fast? I just watched 2 matches. Play for a while longer, I just got hooked. Anchor, turn on the camera, turn on the camera, turn on the camera. I'll give you 10 more little flames if you stream a little longer. Yuyan took a look at his points. He had just mentioned it once and had already reached Anchor level 2 and was also halfway to level 3. He compromised. Okay, since everyone gave me so many gifts, I'll play a little longer. 1 sent you a little star. A little star was a paid gift, and though it didn't sound very dignified, it cost 501, which is about $72. That's kind of crazy. And it was the first paid gift Yuyan had received. Oh my god, what am I clicking? I'm clicking buttons. Thank you, 1, for the gift. Yuyan looked again at the username. Boss, I remember you. You were my first livestream viewer. Yi Chen paused while holding the mouse. He just thought the anchor was interesting, so when he heard that he wanted gifts, he easily sent one. Since he had a special account, he'd even have to pay for it. Unexpectedly, he was directly called out. In the stream, the man was still speaking. Boss, since we've been brought together by fate, do you want to play a game? How about I take you along for a match? Yi Chen didn't play games, but when he had glanced at it just now, he had thought that the game was very interesting. It was a shooting game, every man's favorite. It was also no wonder why this game's popularity could rise rapidly in just a few months. From the reports submitted by his subordinates, the PUBG section was now Star TV's most viewed section. Number 1. No need. Seeing the other party refuse, Yuyan didn't insist and quickly opened the map to mark a city to jump to. After a whole day of live streaming, it was midnight by the time he had taken a bath and got into bed. Yuyan laid on his stomach on the bed, casually picked up his cell phone from the bedside table, and clicked on Star TV's live stream platform. He thought for a moment, got up, and felt around in the cabinet for the documents that he had just printed out. Today, Administrator 3 had sent the rules and precautions sponsored anchors must follow, which also included the room numbers and live IDs of the 5 participating anchors. He had been in a hurry before, so he had only glanced at it when he had received it. Now, when he looked through it carefully, his suspicions were immediately confirmed. Next to his ID, there was a familiar name, XKTV Lao Shu. It was the little aimbotter from earlier today. When he had seen the ID, he had thought it looked familiar, but since he was live streaming at that time, he couldn't confirm it. Every player hated aimbotters, and Yuyan was no exception. Although he hadn't said anything during the live stream, he had still felt very disgusted inside. He thought about it and typed in XKTV Lao Shu's room number on his cell phone. The room was still live streaming. The title of the room was New Anchor Lao Shu, accepting all kinds of teases and insults. There's a cash bonus draw every hour. Yuyan glanced at the viewer count and couldn't help curling his lips. The viewer count was at a good 1,400. Lotteries would definitely attract viewers, but it was a pity that his wallet couldn't support him using such an extravagant method. In order to concentrate solely on live streaming, he had worked as an accompanying player for a long time before he could save up enough for the 5-figure deposit. He had also been worried that live streaming wouldn't earn any money, and so had left another path for himself. It's almost 2 o'clock. When I'm done playing, I'll do another draw for everyone. The draw is for 500 wana, and as long as you're in the barrage, you're in. The man's voice was a little shrill, and he spoke with some kind of an accent. At the bottom right of the game interface was a camera. A somewhat plump man with a flat head sat in front of the camera. Visible behind him were many small PUBG souvenirs. Lao Shi was playing a squad match, and there was only 12 people left in the final circle. Yu Yan, fighting against his drowsiness, decided to watch the end of the game. At first it looked like a normal gameplay. He could see that this Lao Shi really had some strength. Otherwise, he couldn't have been able to meet the requirements of the Anchor sponsorship program. In the end, though, Yu Yan noticed something wrong when the number of survivors fell to 5. This Lao Shi, as soon as he opened his scope, he would be able to find someone. It was very difficult to find people in the final circle. Everyone would try to hide their tracks so as to not expose their positions and be caught by other surviving players. But whenever Lao Shi opened a scope, he could not only see where the person was, but even see where their head was. This happened twice in a row. Before he could even think about how it happened, the 2 heads had been put into Lao Shi's kill count, and a large number of 666 flew out of the barrage. This anchor is really awesome. Winning the match 6 times in one night? Powerful. Is this really a new anchor? He's more powerful than those old anchors. Scatter, scatter. Falling now. When I want to watch him again, I can just click in directly. Lao Shua, he's been in Asia's top 10. Very powerful. It's also said that he's a good friend of Banana. Oh. Banana was a famous Star TV anchor who was always floating on the front page of the PUBG section all year round. Yu Yan had already seen it several times just today. Yu Yan frowned. He didn't know if he was seeing things wrong, but he kept thinking that this barrage and the colorful way of bragging about Lao Shu's fighting prowess conveyed something very strange, like a water army. So a water army is paid fans and boosters. In between his doubts, the other side had opened a scope for the 3rd time, and upon catching sight of a helmet once again, had shot it quickly. Suddenly, at this time, there was a gunshot. Lao Shu's game character was shot, and half of his health immediately vanished. Without hesitation, Lao Shu stood up, changed guns, and opened a scope. The red laser point accurately aimed at the other person's head. Several shots were fired, and then another headshot was made. Headshot bot. It's an aimbotter. Yu Yan cannot help but curse in his heart. Not even mentioning the fact that this person was wearing a camouflage armor. There's a photo here. This is camouflage armor. You could totally bend it with the grass. His position was also in Lao Shu's blind spot on the right. Even if he had heard the gunshots that had injured him, Lao Shu would never have been able to aim at the other person's head in one go. After successfully eating the chicken, Lao Shu hid. I'm tired of eating chicken all the time. It's boring, so boring. Open up a prize. Old rules. People who are in the barrage can participate in the lottery. If I pull someone else, it won't count. As soon as he said that, the barrage filled with praise. One of the comments in the barrage looked very out of place. Is the anchor running an aimbot ba? Getting headshots 4 times in a row during the last few circles? Isn't this obvious? Today when I watched the live stream of other anchors, I saw that you headshotted 3 people with an M4 in the final circle. It's too fake. Which anchor did you watch live? Lao Shu looked at the barrage and said in a disdainful voice, It's not that I'm too fake, it's that the host you're watching is too noob. Come watch me later. I'll guarantee you have a good time. Also a new anchor, called xiin. Oh, him? I know him. He said I'm using an aimbot? Lao Shu raised his thick eyebrows. He had seen that person's name on Asia's server ranking list, and also on the sponsored anchor contract. He grinned so widely that his facial features all wrinkled together. How do you think he fell from first place in the Asian rankings to such a low rank? Because too noob. Reasonable and with evidence. Who is Xiana? Haven't heard of them. As soon as they're killed, they'd say someone was running an aimbot. Very funny. Lao Shu is mighty and powerful. The mocked party yawned in bed, slowly shut down the stream, and wormed into his blankets. Calmly in his heart, he added the XKTV Lao Shu ID onto his revenge list. Okay. That's the end of chapter 4. So, that's not great. But, oh well. Yippee yippee.